Smith and Nelson in the morning on 94.9 KISS FM.
And as country leader, 94.9 KISS FM, it is Smith and Nelson doing it for your Monday. Good looking day, too. Upper 60s here for our day.
All right.
Actually, a pretty good looking week. We're in the mid to upper 60s, maybe even touching on 70 here a time or two through the course of the week. And then, just because we're all over the place still, things change by the weekend.
Okay, makes sense.
We'll dip down, but man, got a good run here coming through the week. Love it. Speaking of Monday, a little recap, the weekend that was, as we do every Monday.
That's right. As you may recall, last weekend, I ended up in the ER after fainting on the M and smashing up my face pretty good.
Yeah,
so,
missed a few days last week.
Yes, so this weekend, decided to keep it pretty low-key. Pretty much stayed inside all weekend. Didn't want to venture outside of the house too much because I've learned that leaving the house causes pain. So actually, on Friday, I went back to the hospital to get the stitches taken out. So that was taken care of on Friday. And then afterwards, just stayed home all weekend. Didn't go anywhere, didn't do anything. It was kind of nice. Just kind of hung out, watched a bunch of movies, played some video games, and that was pretty much it.
Feel weird when they took the stitches out? Like, could you feel them being like pulled through?
I could, yeah.
Like a shoelace through a shoe?
Yeah, because I never had stitches before, so this was a whole new experience for me. So, so it was kind of interesting, just to have that experience. But and it didn't hurt at all. It just felt like weird, you know?
That was pretty much the highlight of the weekend.
That was like literally the highlight of my weekend was getting stitches taken out.
Which was like Friday afternoon.
Yeah, that was the only interesting thing that happened to me this weekend, which I am okay with.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a low-key, lazy weekend.
Exactly.
Never leaving the house here and there. That's you got to slip those in every once in a while.
Definitely.
Mine was actually pretty low-key. This is kind of a all-around, an uneventful weekend that was recap.
Is it?
My weekend, I'm officially going to say the weekend started on Thursday just because that's when the NFL draft started.
Okay.
So I was kind of tuned into that, kind of phone in hand, watching all the picks kind of Thursday and Friday. And Saturday was the last day, but I didn't really pay much attention to Saturday's events. But kind of doing that. So kind of Friday night, that was kind of what I was doing, was watching who was getting picked.
Yeah.
Kind of following along. Saturday for the main part of the day was kind of low-key. And then we had some friends over. It was a continuation. The weekend before was my wife's birthday, and she kind of wanted to organize like this kind of she wanted to have a bunko party. And a couple people were busy, couldn't come. It's not going to work. So we ended up just kind of doing kind of our own thing that weekend. But then she carried it over to this weekend.
Okay.
So we had
the week-long birthday celebration.
Pretty much, yeah. Friends came over, and one friend kind of brought stuff for like a taco bar, and another friend brought stuff for margaritas, and then we had kind of the bunko party, and pretty fun stuff.
Nice.
Kind of, had some fun with that. And then yesterday, I was pretty much like you, just didn't even leave the house.
Yeah.
Just laid low, got a couple things done around the house, did all the laundry, and you blink and poof, there goes your Sunday.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that was it. But so overall, I'd say it's one of the more uneventful weekends between the two of us.
Right, yeah.
But like I said, every once in a while, you gotta slip a couple of those.
You gotta have those in there, yeah.
Yeah. Coming up, we got the BrewFest this weekend. The market's kicking off.
Yes.
Chances to get outside, do some stuff.
Which I was planning to go to the BrewFest, and then my girlfriend was like, "Oh, my friend's having a barbecue, and it's on that day." I was like, "No!" Like, I want to go to the barbecue too. That's fun, but also, man, that BrewFest. I was looking forward to it.
Oh man! All right. Well, there you go. A little recap. Last couple of days, the weekend that was. Smith and Nelson. It's KISS.
94.9 KISS FM.
Montana's country leader, 94.9 KISS FM. Smith and Nelson in the morning, plus your KISS FM mobile app. You can go back and listen. Smith and Nelson on demand. Some things to look forward to in the month of May coming up here in just moments. Weather for the day here. Upper 60s. We will take that. Actually, weather for the week. Mid-60s tomorrow. Expected to be Missoula. 71 on Wednesday. Temperatures still in the mid to upper 60s for the end of the week, although showers kind of wiggle their way into the forecast by Thursday and Friday. Weather for the morning brought to you by the Advocates Injury Attorney.
That's right. If you've been in an accident, don't go it alone. Call your local Advocates Injury Attorney. They take the stress away, deal with the insurance, and get you the settlement you deserve. They don't get paid until you win. Call the Advocates today at 406-640-4444 or MontanaAdvocates.com.
All right. The 1st of May yesterday. Mayday. But day 2, no one said you can't give the things to look forward to in the month of May.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have to be the first day.
For us, the month of May is just starting because today is Monday, and there is a lot to keep up with in sports this month. The NBA and NHL playoffs are going on for most of the month, so you can keep up with that. The Kentucky Derby goes down a week from tomorrow, which a lot of people are excited for. Mike Smith is riding again. There is a jockey who's also named Mike Smith. And
Saturday's the Derby.
Okay, Saturday. Yeah, you're right. Saturday's the Derby, and then the French Open is on the 22nd. The Indy 500 is on May 29th, so a lot of stuff for sports happening this month. And then for movies, I'm very excited about this one. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness opens this week on Thursday night. I have my tickets. The new Marvel movie starring Benedict Cumberbatch. The Zac Efron horror movie, the remake of Firestarter, going to be released on the 13th. New Downton Abbey movie is coming out on May 18th. And also one I'm very excited about, Top Gun Maverick, which they've been trying to make for like 15 years.
It's going to finally come out.
It's finally happening.
When was the first release date that was supposed to have?
Well,
was it 2020?
Well, I mean, yeah, that was when it was actually being made in 2020. It was supposed to come out then and then kept getting pushed because of COVID and stuff. But they've been trying to make Top Gun 2
right.
since like 2008. Like, it's been forever.
Right. But once it got going, it was supposed to be 2020.
Yes.
Then it was pushed.
Yeah, after such a long delay and getting it going, yeah, it finally got pushed and pushed. Now it's finally coming out. Top Gun 2. I rewatched the first Top Gun this past
Prepare
weekend
yourself.
In preparation. Yeah, I was getting into the danger zone.
I'm obviously not as tuned in as you are, but I feel like I've heard good things.
I'm hearing great things.
Yeah,
I'm hearing it's awesome. Got to go see it in IMAX. I mean, it's one of those things where Tom Cruise is an insane person and made everybody like actually learn how to fly planes, and like it's actually like them up in the air doing stuff in Top Gun 2. So looking forward to that. That's on the 27th. On TV, Star Wars fans have the Obi-Wan Kenobi show on Disney Plus. That's going to air on May 27th. Also, season 4 of Stranger Things drops on Netflix on that day. And the Billboard Music Awards will air on NBC on May 15th. And if you're into fashion, today is actually the day of the Met Gala. So that's happening, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of photos and stuff coming out of that.
I was just going to say, social media will be a buzz with what everybody was wearing.
Exactly. This year's dress code is Gilded Glamour. I don't know what that means, but we'll see what happens. And then, of course, you got the holidays. The big ones, Cinco de Mayo is coming up on Thursday. Mother's Day is on Sunday.
Mother's Day.
Yeah, keep an eye on that one. Memorial Day is the 30th, so we get that day off. Pretty nice. Also, Star Wars Day is May the 4th, which you'd think that Obi-Wan Kenobi show would premiere on Star Wars Day.
Yeah, that does make sense, right?
You'd think, it's right there. It's the same month. Why not just put it out?
What are they doing?
Kind of weird, but Star Wars Day is on May the 4th. No Pants Day is on the 6th.
All right.
So you got that to look forward to.
All right. Now we're talking.
Yeah. National Eat What You Want Day is on the 11th.
That should be flipped. It should be Eat What You Want Day, and then the next day should be No Pants Day.
That's a good point.
Trying to recover.
Yeah. National Mimosa Day is on May 16th, and National Hamburger Day on the 28th.
All right. There you go.
All right. So a lot of good stuff to look forward to in May.
When it's country in Potomac, it's Montana's country leader, 94.9 KISS FM.
Look for local.
This is what's newsy and noteworthy with Smith and Nelson on 94.9 KISS FM.
Yes, it is. What's newsy and noteworthy for your morning? And police in Portland, Maine posted a pair of photos on Facebook over the weekend after a woman tried to drive her SUV down a set of stairs outside police headquarters.
Oh, man.
They say she drove through the garage, then across a pedestrian plaza, and then tried to get back to the street by going down a set of cement steps. The SUV either got stuck on them or she realized she couldn't back up. She tried to claim she was just following the GPS. Police said her excessive blood alcohol level probably had more to do with it.
Oh, boy.
So she's facing drunk driving charges now. Luckily, no one was hurt.
Of all the places that could happen, though.
Yeah, outside the police departments. The worst possible place.
Just bad luck right there. Kind of a crazy wedding story here. It says the Oklahoma City couple recently got married on a Southwest Airlines flight. Wasn't supposed to be the plan, so it wasn't like they were doing some kind of thing to get some attention.
Okay.
So they met on a dating app during the pandemic. They got engaged in Cancun, decided they would get married in Vegas. Then the flight they were taking into Vegas got canceled while they were on a layover in Texas. They happened to meet another passenger who was an ordained minister, and he said, "Hey, I'll marry you on the next flight." So they exchanged vows as they were in the air flying over Arizona. There's a passenger with a spiral notebook passed it around the plane, and passengers signed the notebook for the wedding.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Or the guest book.
That's fun. Some woman on Reddit told this story of how her dog kept passing gas, and the smell was so bad she was worried it might have a medical issue. So she compared it to rotten eggs, took him to the vet to see if something was wrong, but the test kept coming back clean, so even the vet was kind of stumped. They changed the dog's diet, and that didn't help. And then 5 weeks, several $1,000s later, she found out what was really going on. Turned out her husband was the one farting, and he kept blaming it on the dog. and she was so angry she kicked him out of the house for the night. Told him he had to pay for half of the vet bills at least.
That's good right there.
That's pretty good. It's weird that like she wouldn't have caught on before that.
Right,
you know?
Exactly. Or he would know that he's taking the dog to the vet.
Right.
Like, this is costing us money. This crazy story. American Idol winner Lane Hardy was jailed on Friday for allegedly bugging his ex-girlfriend's dorm room at Louisiana State University. So Lane's ex and the roommate were watching a movie. They found a recording device under the bed. Looked like a cell phone charger.
Oh wow!
And apparently, he's been monitoring his ex-girlfriend's conversations and movements as far back as Christmas. It says.
Well, that's terrifying.
I saw the thing last week where it was like they were wanting him to turn himself in.
Yeah.
Apparently he did, but I didn't realize all the details behind it till just now.
Crazy.
It was pretty wild.
Snapchat is doing something new. They're selling a new selfie-taking drone called Pixie that pairs with your phone and takes photos and videos of you. So I guess it's not really a selfie. It's more just like a photo from a distance with the drone. But it's about the size of your hand, weighs less than 4 ounces. Unlike most drones, you don't control it. It can do 4 different things: hover in place, orbit around you, take a video as it flies away from you, or follow you around as you walk or run. And it can do 5 to 8 videos on a single charge. Costs you about $230 at Pixie.com.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Most annoying celebs of 2022 so far. I think about it. You can maybe guess who's in the top spot, can you?
Most annoying celebs? I guess Will Smith.
There you
maybe?
go.
All right.
Number 1. Here's your top 5. Will Smith, Elon Musk, Lady Gaga, The Rock, and Jay-Z.
All right.
It's apparently a new survey from Ranker with the most annoying celebrities. But yeah, it makes sense. Will Smith will be in the top spot,
yes,
right?
Even just for the trending news, less so than for his personality or anything like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would probably put Elon Musk in the top spot, honestly.
All right, there you go. Newsy and Noteworthy for your morning. It's KISS.
We are Montana's country leader, 94.9 KISS FM.
Montana's country leader, 94.9 KISS FM. Smith and Nelson in the morning on your Monday. Weather looks pretty good through most of the week. Wouldn't you know it? Worst day for weather looks like it's going to be on Saturday.
Of course it is.
We're talking upper 60s. We're talking 70 here midweek. By the time the weekend rolls around, hey, maybe this is one of those ones where it'll change as we go through the week.
Could be. You never know.
Right now, we're talking Saturday, high of about 51 degrees.
Ah, man.
So not as nice as it's going to be through kind of most of the week here. But the good news is right now, it doesn't look like it's supposed to rain or anything.
That's good.
So we'll take that because we have a couple outdoor events happening.
Yes, we do. Yeah, first off, the return of the Missoula Farmers Market, or the Clark Fork River Market, is happening on Saturday.
Actually, both of them, I think, are back.
I think they're both back on Saturday, yeah.
The one we're kind of looking at the story of is the Clark Fork River Market, but I believe they both start on Saturday.
Yeah.
Of course, you can make your way around the market, veggies and pastries and baked goods and plants and flowers, all kinds of stuff at the market.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kicking off the season, and it'll be running through, I believe, October. Is that right? Yeah,
right.
It's a long time. And, it's going to be cool. Very exciting to get that back in action. Going to be at KYSS Park, of course. And just like last year, it's going to be moved a little bit further from where it is usually happening, because usually it's like right at the pavilion, under the bridge, and there's still a lot of construction going on over there.
Actually, I almost prefer it in the new spot.
It's a good spot.
Because the way it's kind of set up in the parking lot there, it's kind of like you just go down that one row, and then you kind of circle back down the next row. I kind of like how it's laid out there, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. So that's where we're going to be by next to a carousel from Missoula, and that kicks off on Saturday, running from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Also on Saturday, you've got the BrewFest that's returning.
Yes.
The Fall Rendezvous.
No, the Garden City BrewFest.
Or the Garden City BrewFest.
The Fall Rendezvous happens in the fall. That's what they call it. That.
Exactly. I'm looking at the story with the link to the Fall Rendezvous.
Right.
BrewFest is back. I'm really not sure exactly where they're setting up shop with that.
Yeah, because that kind of overlaps with the farmers market a little bit, I think, as far as the times go.
I was down there, I don't know, a week or so ago now, and I'm trying to think if it's one of those things where I think that was the case, or if I actually saw what I thought I did. But I felt like, just with the construction and stuff going on down at KYSS Park, I felt like they had kind of a fence around the covered pavilion area.
They blocked it off?
But maybe I'm just making that up. But
really?
But I was thinking, because if the market and the BrewFest overlap by a little bit, and the market is already set up over down by the carousel.
Right.
Like, where's the BrewFest going to be?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how they're setting it all up.
But the BrewFest promises to be a lot of fun. Going to be from 12 o'clock until 8 o'clock. So that's a long time that it's going to be happening. They'll have 70 different beers on tap at least, local, regional, some ciders in there too, plus a wine bar, food vendors, music, all that kind of good stuff. And that's free to attend. If you want to just go and hang out at the BrewFest, you can.
That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
It's free to go. You just don't get to have any beer.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to pay to have some beer. That's how it works.
What are you going to the BrewFest for on the free version where you don't do anything?
Yes.
I guess music. I guess if you want to stop in for music and food.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But really, just $20 gets you a wristband, 4 tokens, and a glass. So yeah, definitely worth checking it out for a while at least.
And I saw last week they did post kind of the selection of beers. That you'll be able to check out.
There's like a whole beer list on their website right now.
Yep, we got the link for you for that. So if you want details with the BrewFest coming up on Saturday and the market returning there to KYSS Park on Saturday, gonna be a busy day down there.
Absolutely.
Details on both of those events, your KYSS FM mobile app for more.
This part of Smith and Nelson in the Morning brought to you by Hunter Bay Coffee, Montana's premium gourmet coffee roaster. Smith and Nelson's Odds and Ends on 94.9 KYSS FM.
Yes, it is some odds and ends for your morning, and Duran Duran has topped the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame fan ballots. And they got 250,000 more votes than the runner-up, actually. They kind of won by a landslide there. So Duran Duran was number 1 on the fan ballot. Number 2 was Eminem. Pat Benatar at 3, the Eurythmics at 4, and then Dolly Parton squeezing in there at number 5.
Dolly was in the top 5.
There you go.
That's not, you're not in from the fan vote.
No, yeah, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has like their own committee that decides it, but then also the fan vote is like a factor into their decision making too.
All right.
So if they say that, who knows if they actually listen to it?
That's one of my favorite stories I saw this morning. It says thieves recently stole a Mini-Me statue from a Portland, Oregon home.
Oh no.
Yeah. The police blotter is out there. They're looking for it. The Vern Troyer statue had been sitting outside of the home for 6 years before someone took it last week. Someone gave it to the homeowners as a gag gift, which is a great gag gift.
It's a great
gift.
gift.
Statue of Mini-Me from the Austin Powers film.
Yes.
Police report has been filed. Cops say that the thieves drove away in a Subaru Outback, asking everybody to be on alert.
All right.
For the Mini-Me statue.
I hope they get that back. I hope that comes back. Most of the That 70s Show crew will be reunited for the Netflix sequel series, That 90s Show. I think we already knew that Kurtwood Smith and Deborah Jo Rupp were coming back as Red and Kitty from That 70s Show. But now Topher Grace, Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher, Laura Prepon, and Wilmer Valderrama are all going to be making guest appearances on the show. The only one missing is Danny Masterson for obvious reasons.
That's a little trouble he's in.
Yeah, exactly. But there was kind of a sneak peek photo of the set with Red and Kitty, and kind of cool thing. I think
that's kind of fun.
Show's fan will be excited about it. Yeah,
kind of fun. Red and Kitty, permanent parts of the show. Then everybody else kind of cycle through, make
pop
appearances.
in as it's going to be basically Fuller House. I think is how it's going to work, right?
Exactly. Baskin Robbins celebrating Mother's Day for the weekend. A new flavor called Breakfast in Bed. How about this? Buttermilk pancake and maple syrup ice cream, infused with fluffy pancake pieces and a blueberry swirl.
Sounds good.
Does not sound terrible, actually.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Not too shabby.
DJ Khaled has a message from McDonald's. He's calling them out, saying, why is it so dang hard to find a Happy Meal at McDonald's these days? Which this is not a shortage that I've heard about. I think I was telling you about it. You said you have not experienced
I've not experienced this one. I make I'd say we're at least doing one a week.
Yeah, you're getting your Happy Meals for the kids and stuff.
When it comes to Happy Meals around the house.
Apparently, he was out with his 5-year-old son. They were looking to score a Happy Meal for Happy Meal Saturday. If that's a thing, it might just be a thing for them.
I think it must be a family thing.
Yeah, but it turned into a huge adventure because they went to 5 McDonald's locations. Everyone was apparently sold out. Finally found one that had them in stock and made a video where he asked McDonald's, what's up? He said, McDonald's, we need Happy Meals. The kids want Happy Meals. So hopefully DJ Khaled can get to the bottom of this situation.
I just don't understand what the shortage is. If it's a Happy Meal shortage, then it has to be like a cheeseburger shortage, or it's just a cheeseburger and French fries or a hamburger.
There is a possibility that
toy, maybe.
Apparently McDonald's is refreshing their Happy Meals to phase out the plastic toys, make it more eco-conscious. So maybe it's like a rough patch while they're changing gears a little bit.
Yeah.
Could be a thing.
I was gonna say, because if anything can be missing, it's got to be either the box or the toy.
Right.
Otherwise, it's just a cheeseburger and some fries.
Otherwise, McDonald's has bigger problems on their plate.
All right. What happened on this date? 1941. General Mills started shipping out a new cereal called Cheerios.
Wow.
To test market. Cheerios to test market.
Okay.
And then they later renamed it Cheerios.
That makes sense.
This date in 1982, the Weather Channel debuted. Going back to, this would be a great day to find the Mini-Me statue, by the way, because it was this date in 1997 that Austin Powers International Spy of Mystery opened in theaters.
Oh, man. Well, Mini-Me wasn't in until the second one, though. You got to wait until the anniversary of Spy of Shack.
It'll be a great day to tie it all together. If police can make the find on this day. Birthday for the day. The Rock. Are you ready for this? The Rock is 50 today.
That's weird.
That's weird.
That's a weird thing.
And he was just on our list this morning for what? Most annoying celebrities.
Yeah.
Oh, rough day for The Rock. All right, there you go. Some odds and ends for the morning. It's KISS.
Yep, this is your local country morning show. No bones about it. Smith and Nelson on 94.9 KISS FM. What'd they say? What'd they tweet? What'd they do? It's what's making news in the world of country music. This is the Music City 60 on 94.9 KISS FM.
All right, the bummer story over the weekend of Naomi Judd passing away. Artists were online on social media, as you can guess.
Of course. Paying
respects, giving tributes. A couple of them here we'll mention. One was from Maren Morris. She said, "Rest in peace, Naomi Judd. Honored to have witnessed Love Can Build a Bridge just a few short weeks ago." I'm guessing that was when they performed at the ACM Awards.
Right.
Travis Tritt said, "Heartbreaking news. Naomi was one of the sweetest people I've ever known. I had the honor of working with her in movies and numerous events. Deepest heartfelt condolences to her and the family." And Carrie Underwood, she posted, "Country music lost a true legend. Sing with the angels, Naomi. We're all sending up prayers for the Judd family today."
That's right. And by the way, speaking of Carrie Underwood, she was performing at the Stagecoach Festival this past weekend and was joined by a surprise rock legend. Axl Rose came out to perform.
There's a duo.
Yeah, with the Carrie Underwood and Axl Rose. True Detective Season 4. It was pretty cool, and they played two Guns N' Roses songs together. Carrie Underwood got to perform with Axl Rose and sang Sweet Child of Mine and Paradise City. You can check out a video of that online, too. It's pretty awesome.
All right, how about Dolly Parton? We talked about this a few weeks ago. Dolly Parton was saying if they inducted her into the Hall of Fame, she didn't the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She didn't really want any part of it.
Yeah.
She basically was saying, like, can you take me off the
like,
list?
I don't deserve to be here. I'm not really a rock person kind of thing. Yeah.
She's changed her mind, apparently.
Okay.
And she was on NPR, and they kind of asked her about it, and so now she's changed her tune, and this is what she says now. She says, "Well, I'll accept gracefully. I would just say thanks. I'll accept it because the fans vote for it." But when I said that, I was almost, it was my belief that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was for people in rock music, and I found out lately that's not necessarily the case. But if they can't go there to go recognize, where do they go? She said, which kind of makes sense, right? Because we've talked about that before. Like, well, we see the nominees, we're like,
sure, yeah,
rock and roll.
They're more just like music Hall of Fame at this point, because a lot of times they kind of really stretch the definition of what rock and roll is.
Dolly went on to say, "So I felt like I'd be taken away from someone that might deserve it," and she said, "Well, obviously there's more to it than that." So she's back in, everyone.
All right, there you go.
Hooray! Dolly says if they vote her in, she's all about it.
All right.
And now you're in the know with Nashville. Smith and Nelson's Music City 60, 94.9 KISS FM.
The free AutoZone.
Newsworthy Nugget of the Day with Smith and Nelson on 94.9 KISS FM.
Brought to you by Farside Sign, Missoula's leading full-service sign and custom vehicle graphic shop. Farside Sign in the 2200 block on South Avenue West.
All right, every day at this time we get to learn a little something together. The Nuggets.
Exactly, and tell you about the town of Bryan, Ohio. Have you ever heard about Bryan, Ohio before?
Have not.
Yes, I was also not familiar with Bryan, Ohio, probably because it only has about 8,000 people as its population. But it was the home of both the candy company that makes Dum Dum Lollipops and Circus Peanuts. They do both. And the company that made the Etch-a-Sketch was also located in Bryan, Ohio. Until Etch-a-Sketch moved production to China in 2001. But, for a small town, Bryan, Ohio, 8,000 people, the home of both Dum Dum Lollipops and the Etch-a-Sketch. It's a pretty good claim to fame right there.
Small
not
town,
bad.
a couple big companies there.
Absolutely, yes. There you go. A couple of major companies in Bryan, Ohio. Need to or not, now you know.
Old Chicago.